Sideshow Live! Woo! I'm your host, Wendy Lee, and hey, my friend Jeff is also hanging out with us, helping host the show today. Hi, Jeff.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, it's so nice to be here.
Jeff, it's supposed to be a super fun show, and we are going to have a super fun show today. First up, Geek Headlines with Jeff, and then we're going to be chatting about Venom. So before we get started, be sure to enter the February newsletter giveaway for a chance to win the Flash 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. Simply head to side.show/winflash to enter for your chance to win. So don't delay. All right, you guys, let's get started. We're gonna kick it over to Jeff, who's gonna start us off with some of our favorite geek headlines from the week's past. Jeff?
Geek Headlines!
Geek Headlines!
Geek Headlines!
Geek Headlines!
I can't do Joshy G song.
Look, we can all try to be Joshy G. We simply cannot.
I could
be
never. As
Joshy
many
G.
push-ups as I try and as many songs as I sing, I will never be
How
Joshy
many
G.
push-ups does it take to become a Joshy G?
At least 13. At the bare minimum, 13 to 15.
I can do
I'm
about
thinking.
5 push-ups.
That you're getting close. You're like 40% there already, so I'm excited about that. We got some pretty cool things that have happened over the last week. We got a lot of stuff. Narrowing down some of the stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about Captain America and the Winter Soldier because my man Carl Lumbly has been added to the cast. I adore this guy. I mean, he goes all the way back. We're talking Cagney and Lacey. He was in Dr. Sleep last year. And of course, most famously now in the geek world, we found him on Supergirl.
Supergirl, father
He was
of
Papa Manhunter.
Yeah, Papa Manhunter.
Papa Manhunter.
I was like, what? The superhero that just, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
we got there.
I was drifting, but I caught up.
I'm excited. Any of this, the Disney Plus Marvel stuff, I'm really excited about because Disney Plus seems to be doing really well. I mean, The Mandalorian knocked it out of the park,
yes.
and so look at who they have on this cast and who they keep adding. I'm so stoked about this. I can't wait to see who he plays, what's going to happen on this show. I love Sebastian Stan. I love Anthony Mackie. It's going to be great. We got Zemo in there. So I am stoked on this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wish they weren't so like quite tight-lipped about who he's playing, but that's getting me really excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier 2 because it's like, now I have even more to look forward to, you know?
Yeah, I like mystery and stuff. If I could I remember, like, my preferred movie trailer or TV trailer would be like, here's the title, you're probably going to want to see it. And then I go there and get surprised the whole time.
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of when trailers show us everything, although I like it so I can talk about stuff here. But, like, I do want to go in as blind as possible.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to watch it. Like, they're not going to finally convince me to watch Captain America or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm in.
Yeah.
So don't tell me anything. Just let me show up and be like, no, this is the best thing I've seen in a while.
Nice.
I like those surprises.
I can't
Speaking of surprises, a long-awaited film just premiered this week. Onward just came, right? Disney Pixar, right?
Yes, Disney Pixar Onward.
Starring my man's Tom Holland,
Yeah.
right? And one of the Chris's. Which one?
Chris Pratt.
That's who it is.
Pratt.
Chris Pratt. So many Chris's. Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. It's the big fantasy kind of fun thing. We've been waiting for something like this from Pixar. It premiered on Tuesday. Little Bird told me somebody in this room saw that movie. Are we doing it?
No, we can see it.
Did you like it though?
I loved it. So I saw a snippet of it from D23, and it's in good Pixar fashion. It has heartwarming moments, you know, that deals with family relationships, a little bit of coming of age. It's like a mixed bag of everything good. I laughed, I cried, and I want to buy all the merchandise.
Oh, good.
It's really, really fantastic, and I think for anybody who's really into RPG, it's really going to speak to them because one of the characters, and that's Barley Lightfoot, and this was on the trailer, so this is not a spoiler at all, who and his voice by Chris Pratt, he's really into the RPG stuff.
Oh,
So
like
I think, especially with the current climate of like, you know, we have so many RPG streaming games and shows.
Yes, that
This
has
is
been a
perfect.
thing that people have been enjoying lately is the role-playing
I
games.
do very much so.
Where was this popularity when I was young? Where
It's
was
here
that?
now.
Where
Claim
was
it.
that? I'm fine with that.
You
I'm
can do
okay
it
with
now.
that. I don't mind. I built social calluses by liking those things back in the day. Speaking of cool things, this one I'm really stoked about. We got to see our first look at the Robert Pattinson Batman costume I am here for it, right? If we want to show, sort of take a look at what that is, what it shows, what it tells us, this costume has a lot of sort of noir elements to it. It's got kind of the slightly raised collar. It gives me a little Gotham by Gaslight vibe to it. We take a look, we see the bat symbol. It looks like it's literally pieces of a firearm that he has turned into there. I'm guessing the gun that may have taken out his parents. We're kind of speculating on this. I really like this. I'm actually very excited about this. I think Robert Pattinson is a great actor. Anytime I see people being like, he's not good, that just means they didn't like a Sparkle vampire movie. And anytime people complain about that, I'm like, oh, you don't know what acting is. He's just playing a role on that one. He's very good. And I'm really liking this. I like the idea that this is, when we have the cast that have been coming out, this is going to be, the way it's been implied, is a detective film. Like a noir thriller that happens to have the bat costume. I like that. I'm into that. So I'm stoked on that. What'd you think of the costume, Wendy?
I was kind of surprised when I saw it. I wasn't really expecting this noir type of a look. I love the red and black. It's giving me all the Batman Beyond feels. So if you're a fan of that, maybe we can get a little look into that. And kind of to what you were saying about Rob Pattinson, I was cheering when I heard the news that he was confirmed to play Batman. And now we finally get a photo. It's fantastic. This movie already has my money. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I do like that. I love how whenever we're discussing it, we're like, is this going to make you want to see the movie? It's like, we're already going to see the movie.
Take my money.
But I am really excited about this. I'm stoked on the idea that it's going to be, we haven't had like a mystery as a Batman film yet. Like, it really hasn't been. And that really is sort of what the character encompasses. And so I'm hoping we're going to see shades of Long Halloween in there. It seems like the cast is kind of leaning towards that, and that's one of my favorite stories of all time. So I'm looking forward to that. I really am. You? Yeah, we're gonna go see it.
We should go together.
We're gonna go see it.
Yes.
We'll go see it. We'll absolutely go see it. Something really big news. Today marked the premiere of the latest season of Clone Wars, and Disney Plus did us a huge favor, not only by giving us the Clone Wars like we have been begging for, but also by giving us a definitive narrative timeline of the Disney line. So every video or every movie or every cartoon that is in the Disney canon, they have given us a nice, clear-cut timeline of here's what to watch if you want to watch everything in order. Starting from Phantom Menace all the way up to Rise of Skywalker and everything in between. I am a huge Clone Wars fan. I'm a big Star Wars boy. Anyway, I'm stoked on this. Wendy, what do you think?
I love that they included the animated series, and I kind of like seeing on the timeline where those, we know, technically where they fit, but to kind of see it laid out, to see where Clone Wars and Rebels fit into the rest of these stories. So if you really want to treat yourself and just go down the Star Wars rabbit hole and just go from the beginning to end, you can jump from cinema to animated and back to cinema.
I do enjoy that. What's your if you could pick one thing to watch over and over again in that Star Wars timeline, what would it be?
Oh, can I do multiple choice? Okay, honorable mention.
Okay, give me an honorable mention.
Watch over and over. It would be the original trilogies.
Okay, that's 3 movies.
But they're packaged. It's one.
Packaged. Okay.
They're one, and then it would be Clone Wars.
Okay.
Over and over.
So 7 seasons.
Yeah, all 7.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's
all I want.
That's all you want is to narrow it down to 80 hours of film.
I'll do nothing else with the rest of my day. I'll just watch Star Wars.
They also said that Solo will be coming soon to Disney Plus, and Solo, surprise, in my opinion, the most fun Star Wars movie.
It was very
fun. I had such a blast watching Solo, and it doesn't get the love it deserves, I think. So there's that. News that's near and dear to my heart that just hit us. I'm very excited that somebody has just signed on officially for the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids film, and that is my man Rick Moranis coming out of retirement, right? Putting on the new jersey, ready to go. I am so excited. I'm so happy that we get him back. Moranis famously retired quite some time ago from acting, and people have been begging him to come back. People have wanted him back for so long, and he's just been like, I got a family and doing a thing, and finally, we got him back. We got Rick Moranis back for the next Honey, I Shrunk the Kids film. I am here for it. Are you a big Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fan?
I loved Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I watched it all the time. And then they have the other one, too, the follow-up.
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
Yep.
And Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
Whoopsie daisy.
I believe that was a direct-to-video Disney release, if I recall.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a shrinky dink myself. That's what we Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fans call ourselves. It's a bit of a deal.
I'm really surprised that he has come out of retirement just because it's been so long and the fans been asking for it, and he did it for personal reasons, you know, for his family. But now he's back, and it's not back in an original, it's film. It's to one of his well-known fan favorite films.
Yeah,
it's insane
in
a good way.
I do like that. And I'm wondering what's he going to do? Is he going to shrink his grandkids? You know, social services is going to come take him away. You know, who knows? He's made a lot of mistakes with that in that franchise. Not Rick Moranis, but Wayne Zielinski. The name off the top of my head. You know why? Shrinky dink. Hey, which of these headlines are you most excited about? Sound off would be the thing that I want you to do. Sound off in the chat. Tell us what you're thinking about. I'm really excited. Now, we're going to take a real quick break, and then when we come back, I think Wendy and I are going to be talking about some Venom, right? We are Venom. We are Venom. So we got that going on, so we'll be right back.
In honor of the Venom 2 news we heard this week, we are joined by the Venom Life-Size Bust. Oh, Jeff, I can't see you. Hello?
Oh my God, hi. Wendy, are you there?
I'm here, how are you?
Wendy,
can you see
knock
me?
2 times if you're here. Okay, she's here. All right, good, thank God.
What do you make of this bust, Jeff?
Oh, this bust, so I'm gonna say, sometimes I walk past this bust and I get scared. I love this guy.
Normal reaction, yes.
I would think so, yeah. I mean, taking a look at the character, and I'm not sure if you can really get a good look. He's got saliva dripping off of his teeth.
Can we turn it so we can show?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. Look
right
around.
here on the side,
like
right
and
here.
you'll see there's little droplets of saliva. This thing, it's hard when you think of Venom. I always think of a very 2D sort of art style of a McFarlane or an Eric Larson or a Mark Bagley that are very on a comic book page. This thing looks terrifyingly real.
Yes.
I always make the joke, if I was getting up at 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom, this thing would scare me for the rest of my life.
You couldn't go back to sleep after that.
Like, if you are a fan of Venom, especially if you were a fan of like 90s Marvel or if you like the Venom film, this thing is kind of one of those grail pieces, a must-have.
Must-have in your home.
Are you a Venom fan, Wendy?
I have always been a Venom fan, and that's why I was so excited about the movie. And now that we're getting Venom 2, what? This is so exciting. And before we kind of talk about, Venom 2 news, I just want to point out the base. I love how simplistic it is because you think about it, this life-size bust there's so much going on up here, there's so much detail, and then you just have this very simple base that also complements the other bases from the other Marvel life-size collectibles from Sideshow.
Yeah, it has a very clean sci-fi look to it that really matches with sort of the theme of the products as well.
Yeah.
I just want to, I'm expecting this to be like a warm, gooey touch because of the way the texture looks. It has this kind of like an oil slicky vibe to it. And
I know, before we came back, I was already like, can I touch it?
Yeah, we were like, hey,
are we allowed to do this?
Can we play with this? And they were like, I mean, theoretically, you're gonna have to.
It's like they're dealing with a bunch of children. Can we touch it? We can touch this button, right?
I mean, this thing, when we say it's 1-to-1 scale, like I'm 6'4". Like, if you look at size-wise, like I'm a big dude, and this thing is...
It's bigger than my head, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I mean, if he could bite your head right off. Not yours specifically, but if you were a criminal.
Venom could do that.
Venom does do that.
Venom does do that.
That was sort of a big piece of the film, I believe. It is funny trying to have a conversation with Wendy and being like, "Isn't that cool? Remember in the movie Venom?
Remember Venom 2? So how excited are you for Venom 2?
I'm actually really into Venom 2. When I saw Venom 1, I was really kind of surprised at how much fun it was willing to have, how much it didn't kind of take itself seriously, and I like that in my comic book films. I don't always need it to be the dark and grim and gritty and miserable thing that we get. Sometimes I want it to just be like, hey, we're based off of funny pictures. This is fun, right? And I did enjoy that, and I look forward to seeing what they do with Carnage.
Oh my God, I never thought we would ever see Carnage in the theaters. Because, if you read the comics, Carnage, equals Carnage.
Yeah.
So for them to show something like this in 2, it's like a comic book fan's dream come true. I can't wait to see how it's gonna play out in the movies. And I think if Venom, the first one, didn't do as well, like if it wasn't received as well, there's obviously no way we were gonna get Venom 2. So this is excellent news.
I was when Amazing Spider-Man 361 came out, when Carnage first made his appearance, I bought it. I didn't even have a comic shop. I bought it at my local pharmacy, and I was obsessed. I was absolutely obsessed with that character, and to see the character then come to the silver screen and to be done by Woody Harrelson, like the idea that like, I mean, such an accomplished and great actor is like, yeah, I'll be Carnage in Venom 2. I'm so obsessed. I really do love that.
I can't wait. So Jeff, would you, like, if you could put the money down today, would you get this?
Yes, with the caveat that I recognize how scary he is. I get frightened easily at night. I'm a coward. And this guy, God, that tongue though.
Oh, for me it's the teeth.
Yeah, the saliva that comes through and sort of it looks like actual saliva.
You touched it.
I did, of course I did, yeah. I expect it to be wet.
You expect it to be not just wet, but like actually moving, dripping.
The materials they use in here, I do like this piece looks almost sort of wet, and I love the way the eyes look. They have that semi-opaque, and you can see like kind of a, you can kind of see there are. Let me see if I can turn it in a way to make it.
There it is.
You can see like the kind of spots underneath. It looks so cool.
Wow, this is honestly amazing, and I think like you, if I had this at home, I would pick a spot where it's a little, like, I wouldn't encounter on my way to the bathroom.
This is a daylight only piece for me.
You put like a little cloth over it at night.
Yeah, it's
when
like
you go
a
to
bird
sleep,
cage.
Venom goes to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, but
and in the morning, you wake it up. Good morning.
This is so beautiful. If you're a Spidey fan, a Venom fan, a Marvel fan, this is sort of one of those grails. It's a piece that whenever we're walking around Sideshow, people really do sort of call attention to it.
Gives you pause in a good way.
Yeah, if you're a fan, I mean, this is the piece for you.
Absolutely.
How do I go about getting one of these pieces?
I'm so glad you asked, because you can simply go to side.show/LSVenomBust to get your own, and let us know where you are going to display it, and if you'll put it to sleep when you go to sleep and wake it up in the morning. When it's morning. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our guest host, Jeff, for hanging out with us and giving us those geek headlines and showing off Venom and our excitement for Venom 2. Thank you so much for watching. And you guys, don't forget to head to side.show/winflash to enter for a chance to win the Flash 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. You have been such an amazing audience. Thank you so much for watching, for joining us here today. And don't forget to let your geek side show.
Did you enjoy that video? Be sure to subscribe by hitting the S icon on your screen and click the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under product info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.